my God, look at it. It's
Well,
glorious. It's coming up.
I don't see it
Just
yet.
give it a minute.
Okay.
Patience.
So can you
Patience,
play music?
grasshopper.
Oh, can you? Are we gonna edit? Are you gonna edit the music in, or are we gonna?
Nah, I don't know. Oh, well, if I had the
I guess you.
stream player thing, I could do that.
There it is.
There it is.
There it is.
See?
In all its glory. Okay, there
Glorious.
you centered it. You centered it. That's good. That's good. Hi, folks. Yeah. That's good. That's what I was playing with because it was all like off to the side and crap for me. So we should
I think
make
we're
an
good
image
here.
that's like we should make an image of that that's like wider, or like
Yeah.
just fill the rest in with white. So it doesn't look
Yeah,
like.
well,
Because
yeah.
now it looks like an
So,
old TV show. Like
no,
that you watch on a.
yeah,
You know what I
no.
mean? It looks like an old TV show that you watch on a widescreen. Like the first season of West Wing or Star Trek: The
Right.
Next Generation or something.
I guess I could edit the image and make a 16 by
No,
9.
not right now. But
Definitely not right now. Because,
that's
my
ridiculous.
goodness, that
But
would be crazy talk.
that'd be silly. That would just be
Yeah.
silly. That would just be nuts. Um, so I guess we're um kind of
Um,
on. Hey,
we're
no one's
working on it.
talking in the chat. Guys, are you in the chat?
No. Is there anyone?
Can
Is this thing on?
there are people in there.
Uh,
Oh wait, wait.
Nax like pincushion it for greater
I
TVness.
yeah,
Yeah.
pincushion. What does that even mean?
I
What does
don't
that
know.
even? Okay,
I have
I
no
don't know what that
idea.
means, Nick. Sorry, I don't know what you mean. Um, I just think of Pinterest because I work in internet marketing, and that's the first thing I think of now when I hear the word pin. Um, so we starting?
I have already started.
Oh,
Where are
okay, well
you?
let's.
Actually, I should run to the
We're gonna
restroom
start.
and then we'll actually
We're gonna.
start.
We're gonna.
Are you gonna play some more Megaforce movie
I
music?
was gonna start us off with a little ditty. Uh,
Ladies and gentlemen, the show. Yeah,
welcome,
let me look at the thing with the stuff.
welcome, my friends. You can look at
Hmm.
your thing because you have to go pee. You said you had to go pee.
I do. I have to pee.
Then go now.
But 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 wait a moment. I'm looking at. I downloaded
I
that
I
Skype
told you
player.
to I told you to go before we left. Come on, just go. Just
Are
go.
we there yet,
I pulled over to this rest stop so you could go. Come on. Just
Dad? This
come on.
bullshit. All right.
Oh,
Hey,
is
this
that
says
what it
new
is
and
now?
upcoming podcasts, and then it's the Where Are They Now roundup, and that looks like tonight
That
on the
is tonight.
Trello.
Yeah, that is
Hmm.
tonight.
Okay. I know.
I spent
I'm
all
prepared.
I spent all my lunch break doing this research
You've
so we could talk
researched?
about it. I did.
Oh,
I did. I wanted to be prepared.
holy
Okay,
shit! All right.
you go relieve yourself of water, and I'm gonna go get some water. We'll be right back, folks. Just 1 second.
Okay, not the same water though.
Put my phone thing down.
I'm back.
Oh, you're back. Oh, good. Okay, because I was trying to tell jokes and failing miserably. I'm gonna go into the
Was it like
chat.
dad jokes?
Uh, it's stupid jokes. I love stupid jokes. So I'm not gonna
Let's
tell it
see.
again. You can listen to the stream.
Hey, did you
Uh,
did you hear about the guy that had the five toy? He went into the emergency room and they found five toy horses in his butt.
no.
Yeah, they said his condition was stable.
Uh, wow. Okay, that was bad. So okay, let's
Yes. Let me get call
let's
graph going like this is a real show.
oh yeah, we're supposed to be recording stuff.
I'm recording stuff. The stuff. I'm recording it. It's magical.
Someone
I hear
someone says
myself.
streaming.
Do you have
Why do you hear
do
why do
you
you hear
have the
yourself?
stream up?
You have no, you have to mute yourself. If you have the window
No.
open, you have to
No,
mute
I hear
yourself.
myself coming from your computer. Is
I'm
what I
muted.
hear.
I'm looking on it, but I'm muted.
Uh-huh.
Okay, let me close that window. Okay, that's closed. So can you still hear yourself?
Absolutely not. No, yes,
That's
I do.
weird.
I do hear myself.
What?
That's weird.
That's not
How
me.
strange. There's a bit of a delay, but it's coming through my headphones. But it's not
Okay.
like a long delay like the stream would be. So maybe it's I don't know. You have me on your headset?
Yeah.
Yeah, weird. I
Well,
certainly just don't know.
I really hope that it's not because I installed this piece of software. I
No.
installed that voice meter thing, but it's
Uh-huh.
not on. It.
It's not
Oh,
really
of course.
loud. It's like I'm hearing myself coming back through your speakers.
That's really. Hang on a second.
Yeah. It's an oddity.
That's really freaking weird. Hang on. Let me just. Oh, fuck. Okay, can you still hear me?
Yeah, I hear you fine.
Can you hear you now?
I hear me too. It
I
sounds
hear
like
you now.
somebody else has a microphone on, and I just
Oh.
very faintly hear myself echo a second later.
Okay. What about now?
How about now?
How about now?
Yeah, I still do.
Wow, I just disabled just about everything in my
Yeah,
Windows
yeah.
except what the oh, hang on. Disable that too. Okay, test it now.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I do.
That's really weird.
It's like a 1 second almost exact delay.
That's
I mean, it's
really
not going to annoy me. I just wonder if it's going to show up in the audio. Probably
it probably
not,
will
because it's
show
really low.
because I don't hear it. I don't hear it at all.
Oh.
I
I
don't
just
hear
won't
any
talk.
echo of
It's
you.
okay.
I just hear you. That's really it's really weird.
I don't know.
Real I don't know.
Hmm.
Anyway, let's start this podcast off with a little ditty.
About Jack and Diane.
Yeah, right.
That's amazing. It's astounding. Yes.
The lyrical stylings of 707, which is an actual band.
Yeah, it could be 404, but that band's not been found.
Okay, that's enough of that.
Wow. Hey, kill that player entirely.
Oh,
I
okay.
want
Let
to
me
see.
kill that player.
I want to
No,
see
I
if
bet you
it's
that's it.
causing.
That's it. Let me kill that. Okay, it's dead. It's
Oh
gone.
yeah, your audio quality changed tremendously when you killed it.
Really?
Like,
And can you
yeah,
still hear
there is a
yourself?
perceptive. No, I'm gone. So that's what it
Oh,
was.
that must. Oh man, I'll have to
Yeah.
find another way to play music through Skype now.
Well, you could do the
Uh,
jacked up crap that I did last week.
that was a pain in the butt, though. You had to
It
have a whole
was.
nother computer running
Yeah,
and
that's no
crap.
big
I
deal
mean,
though. I can do that whenever. The only downside to that is that the audio ducks if it's not talking first.
yeah, that was really weird. There's got to be a better way. Oh, well, welcome everyone to episode 53 of the Space Game Junkie podcast.
In the
I'm not...
morning,
Yay!
it's
Random
it's
cash.
like the morning drive space podcast.
Ruben the Hunt coming to you in the morning with
Oh
your
yeah.
with your spacey gameness.
Come
If
to
we ever
you.
do start a radio show, we should call it Ruben the Hunt because I think that's hilarious.
Sup, Rube. So, anyway,
So, hi folks, how y'all doing? We are here on a Tuesday night, a blustery Tuesday night. It's actually 70 something here in California,
you know what it is
which is
here in North Carolina?
what's it there in
It's
North Carolina?
it's shitty. That's what it is. It was
Well, why is it
70.
shitty?
It was 70 on Saturday, and then it hit the 50s on Sunday, and then Monday it was like 35 and sleet, and it just hasn't quit yet. So we're into our second winter. It's fabulous. Yes, and I agree
Uh,
with Knack. He says we should be doing space trucking as the
yeah,
intro.
no, I totally agree. I was just made aware of that song recently.
Yes.
So yeah, that'd be great.
Well, and there are multiple flavors of space trucking because there's
Oh,
that other song, Space Truckin', that I found from a different
that's
artist.
right.
Yeah, I,
That's
I
right. I
like
forgot
that
about
one
that.
actually quite a bit.
That one was kind of funny, but we might
Yeah.
have to get permission to use it. Um, so
Is
yeah,
this
hi
is
everybody.
this the show? Have we started the show?
I thought we did.
Yeah, we
Did we
started the
start?
show.
Okay, I
It's
think we
it's
started the
real.
show. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
So this week we are going to take a look back. Not like over the year, oh, it was a great year. No, we're going to look back at, we're going to do it like kind of a where are they now type of thing. Because this is your idea, Jim. So we wanted to go back and look at some of the look at the projects that we've talked about on the show with various developers. We've talked to a bunch of people. I put
We
together
have. It's pretty
I put
creepy.
together yeah I put together a list of all the people we've talked to and what's going on with their games. It's like 20. It's more than half, I think, of the shows we've done, which is probably a good thing. Um, so yeah, we the first developer we started to talk to was episode 3 with Rogue System. Remember that when
Hmm.
Chris Roberts canceled and Michael was fabulously available to come on and talk to us.
It was just fabulous,
It
fabulously
was
fabulous.
fabulous. It was really unfortunate that his Kickstarter didn't succeed because his game looks amazing. However, in November, he was picked up by a publisher, Image Space Incorporated, I believe their name is.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking at the thing, and he got a publisher for his game, so now he has more time to work on his game. So that is awesome because it's going to be like we talk about like Star Shatter being the Falcon 4 of space games. This is going to be like the A10 DCS of space, but with like an actual life in the sim. It's going to have like dynamic campaigns and stuff. So we're very excited about that. I know I really want to play that game, and I am super excited about that. So I'm really just thrilled that he got a publisher. You know,
Hmm.
I don't know if he's working on it full time now, but I'm sure he has probably more resources to work on it more. So I'm just thrilled for him. Because he's like super nice and he's got such a great idea. Lots of great ideas actually. And like the latest video showed how clickable his the whole like cockpit of one of the fighters was, and it was like, damn. I don't think we're gonna have to go through a whole like 9-minute startup sequence like you were talking about with the A10, but I think you can if you want to,
Yeah.
which is cool. I mean, if you want to hit just E to start everything, just hit E or whatever. But if you want to go through the process, you can go through the process. I like that. So it looks like it's going to have all those options. So the next podcast, number 4, was Chris Roberts talking mostly about Star Citizen. I mean, what more can you say about this? I mean, they passed 40 million recently in crowdfunding, and so
That's
far all
a
we have
that's several million.
that's a lot of millions.
It
And
is.
so far we have a hangar module, which is kind of nifty, but the dogfighting module will be coming out after PAX, which is May,
Hmm.
right? Is that May? So yeah, the dogfighting module is out in a couple of months. It was supposed to come out around like the end of last year, but they delayed it because they wanted to get it right. You know what? That's just dandy. That is just dandy. Let them take their time because based on what I've played of the Elite Dangerous beta, they have their work cut out for them. I mean, that video you sent me the other day with the docking
Hmm.
and everything.
Oh yeah, it's madness.
Oh my God.
That's
I really I almost needed to go to the excuse myself at work and have a moment to myself in the bathroom. I didn't, but I was close.
yeah.
I was close to that. Um, yes, Knack, you came in around the midpoint, I guess. He came in. He says he came in around podcast 17, 18. Yeah, you need to
You got to
go
backtrack and
back.
pick that one up.
You need to backtrack and listen to how horrible I am in the beginning and how much barely better I am now, because I'm really
It's the
not.
the evolution.
Or the lack thereof. What de-evolution? Is that the opposite?
Devolution, as brought to us
Devolution.
by
De-
Mark Mothersbaugh.
Uh,
So that was
and
the band Devo
you whip
from
it.
from Akron, very
You
close
whip
to
it
where I
good.
grew up.
Devo's from Devo's from Ohio.
Oh yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that.
oh yeah,
I didn't know that at all. That's pretty
indeed.
awesome, actually. So yeah. So what can you say about Chris Roberts? They've been just uh, pounding out the stuff. I mean, you got to you got to say whatever you want to say about this game. I know a lot of people who like seem to want to see it fail. They've been putting out a lot of content, a lot
That
of news updates, a
it's
lot.
it's
I mean,
almost like they have a full time job just in doing
it
updates
is.
about their
It
development.
is. That one, I forget her name, that one girl. That seems to be her job, I think. She probably does more than that, but she's like in every video and everything. So I have a feeling she at least heads that. Um, but like they just also released a monthly transparency report, like how many employees they have and where their money is going. I think that's great, because a lot of people are like, "Oh, Roberts is going to take the money and run," you know.
No, this isn't Eve Online. That's what would happen in Eve Online. Be like
No,
Roberts
no,
defected to another
he
corporation.
made his own alliance.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So let's see. We talked to Broken Crown Games next in episode 5, and there's a bit of news about that. I haven't really gotten into it hugely, but I'm kind of working for them now a little bit as a freelance community manager.
Yeah.
So that's
Managing
kind of,
their community.
I'm doing some social media for them. It's a learning experience for me, but it's been fun. But their game was put on hold, Escaping Titan. Remember that one where you're like kind of mass effectively around Titan?
I
You know?
almost remember it, yet it escapes me.
Yeah, and then
Oh, see what I did there? It's a little
uh,
escaping Titan
really,
joke.
I
Yeah.
didn't.
Come on,
I,
man. It's dad jokes night.
I'm dad jokes. Dad jokes. At least it's not your mama jokes.
That's right.
Um, so that was a good time. But next podcast, I was a good one. We were talking about Infinite Space 3. I think we had two guests on for that one. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
That
Oh yeah.
was that was episode 10, and so far that game has been coming along. They've been releasing monthly updates, similar to what some other developers are doing, like Limit Theory and stuff. And they've been doing a good job with releasing a video every month showing the progress of the game, and it's coming along nicely. Like they showed videos with the planets that have the systems that have different planets in it now. It's not just like one system, and how like a little bit of combat works and stuff. So it's just been really great to see the game coming along. I mean, I want to play it now, damn it, but you know, I can.
So how long is it on hold for?
Oh, what, Escaping Titan?
Yeah.
Or see, I don't have no idea.
Hmm.
I just know it's on hold. They're gonna get back to it once they have more resources.
Okay.
But yeah, it's on hold right now. So yeah, that was a great podcast. Then we have Dominion. Remember Dominion?
Yeah.
Actually, it was called something else
Well, Dominion,
at
he
first.
had an idea, but he didn't really
Yeah.
have anything beyond
Well,
an idea.
well, you want to hear something really sad? He posted a blog post on the 16th, just a few days ago, saying that his dev PC died, and he doesn't have like a super recent backup
Yeah.
of work.
But it's not like his house got flooded. Like what happened to the Which game
The
was that? That
uh,
super awesome thing from the UK where they got flooded
uh,
out?
was that the people who just released Luftrausers or something like that?
I don't believe so. No, this was that game that it was like an MMO in space, all procedurally
Oh,
generated.
oh, those guys. Yeah.
Yeah, and they got flooded out, and then they found out that their insurance didn't cover water damage, and
No, I was thinking of the guys who, like at E3, had their backpack stolen with like a Vita and an iPad and a laptop
oh,
and like all their stuff on that in that bag. Basically, it's like wow. So I was thinking of what the hell is their name? They did that. They did that ridiculous fishing game. Uh, damn it, Van Bleer.
yes,
Thank you, Mac. Yes, them. So that game came out today. I'm getting it for the Vita right now. But yeah, that's so no. But this guy, he did have more of an idea than an actual game. I felt a little bad about that,
yeah.
honestly. Uh,
Well, then there's Rodina, which we've
well,
played on the show.
yeah, Regina's actually coming along. I mean, um, the alpha was released. We played it. There's been a couple of updates. Apparently now ships can have internal fires,
Oh,
which
neat.
is which is kind of awesome. I haven't played the most recent version yet, but that's pretty awesome. I really
It
like how that's
still
coming
it
along.
still feels like a sandbox to me, though. I haven't got, it hasn't gelled to the
Well,
point where it's
I
something that I want to spend
well,
time with. It's a
well I
tech
think
demo.
well I think he said in one of his recent updates that he's going to like kind of split the game in two. So there's going to be a sandbox mode where you can
Hmm.
just fly around and stuff, and there probably won't be any enemies. But there's also going to be the story mode, which will be a little more focused.
Hmm.
So it sounds like it's going to try to have the best of both worlds, I believe. I think. I think that's what he was saying, but I can't remember. There's just so much to remember.
Yep. So I'm looking at
Uh,
this Ring Runner entry that you have here, and of course we know that came out on Steam, and that's been pretty great for him and everything. So this thing
yeah,
about a MOBA mode though, so it's
yeah,
multiplayer online battle arenas (MOBA), which
yeah,
to me is synonymous with Defense of the Ancients and League of Legends and that sort of
yeah,
thing. So
and
how does
yeah.
that translate into Ring Runner?
It's very similar. I haven't played any MOBAs really, but I know the concept. And basically, it's kind of like, what do you do in a MOBA? You capture the other team's fort or
Well,
some
there's
crap like
there's
that.
usually there in a classic MOBA scenario. There's three
Yeah,
lanes, and there's what they call creeps that go down the lanes, right? Which is just little AI guys. So it would be if you were playing an RTS game, your base would like crap out a stream of tanks or little soldiers, right? And they all run
okay.
toward the middle. They meet in the middle, and since they're equally powered, they will cancel each other out, and you will just have a front line that never moves, and the guys just explode on each other. But whenever a player gets in there and can influence that, then they can push the battle line back and forth and kill each other. But then there's defense
Oh.
towers that are there to slow the players down. So
Oh,
it's,
yeah.
yeah.
The Ring Runner version had all that. It had all of that.
Okay,
I played it
very
like two or
cool.
three times. Yeah, it had all of that. And the problem is I suck at Ring Runner. I'm absolutely terrible at it. I mean, I'm terrible at it. So I didn't last very long in my tests, but I had a decent time.
Yeah.
So that was just something they added. That was like post support. That was just something they added after it was released. So that was free, and they're still updating it. They're still working on it. So I can't, say enough good things about that game, even though I stink at it. It's not the game's fault that I stink at it.
Yeah.
It is a really good game.
Hey, speaking of
Um,
games that I suck at, Void
yeah,
Destroyer.
yeah. Oh
Yeah.
God, yeah.
So, but
We just talked to him recently, but I put that in there anyway.
okay.
Um,
Yeah, well, Paul, I had sent some comments over to him, and he implemented some of the stuff that I suggested immediately,
you
like the build the
you
next
sent
day.
you sent essays to him, dude.
I kind of did. I
Yeah,
sort of did.
you
You know what I
did.
really want to do is because I've been incessantly hounding him about the map mode when you go into the strategic map. about how that should be perhaps better presented. And what I really want to do, because Orb, Off-World Resource Base, came on
Yeah,
sale on Steam for $5. I just
which is
want to
a
gift him a
classic.
I want to gift him a copy of Orb, and just be like, look, that's how they did it too. And because I hadn't played that game since, gosh, it's been 2000, 2001. When
Yeah,
did it come
something like
out?
that. Yeah, it came
Yeah,
out in like 2001, 2002, I think.
yeah, and
Something like that.
I was quite surprised at how Homeworld-esque it is,
Yeah, but it's
in
got
retrospect.
but I actually, I'll be honest, I think I enjoyed it a little more than Homeworld because I think it's got a more dynamic universe to it, if
Mm.
I recall. So that's I wasn't as linear, I think, as Homeworld, if I recall. So I think I enjoyed it a little more. And it's only like what is it still like four something
Yeah, it's a
right now?
fiver or less.
Yeah, yeah, it's
That's
like a
a
$4.
very strong recommendation from the podcast to you
Oh
to
yeah,
go get this game because it's
yeah,
pretty
no,
cool.
absolutely, no, totally.
It's neat. I mean, we should just do an episode on it sometime when we've got a slow
And
period.
then, well, the next game we've been asked to look at is Bridge Commander, so we have to take a little time with that. But that could be like the game after that is
Bridge
is
Commander.
Orb. Yes, we
Bridge
were.
Commander.
I have that on the list.
Ah,
We were asked to specifically cover Bridge Commander. So I'll put that. Why don't I put that after that? And hang on, I'll just put that
okay.
after
Well, how
that.
about this? Since there's two of us and we have to cover Bridge Commander, how about if I cover all the combat stuff and you cover all the things that happen inside the ship?
You can go fuck yourself. That's how I feel about that. Who the hell do you think you are?
That's like there's two different levels
That's
of quality that
cruel.
happen in that game.
Yeah,
There's
no.
the stuff that happens outside the ship looks fairly modern, and the things that happen inside the ship look like Quake 2. So it's kind of
I know.
very
Uh,
strange.
oh, that early aught body looking weird technology, whatever the hell that was,
Yeah,
where people just looked like still a little too blocky, and
a bit, a bit.
just yeah, still a bit too blocky.
Well, you know,
But
the first game that actually had moving mouths in it like that, where it was actually the skeleton moved in the model, was Half-Life 1. Because
yeah,
they came up with that whole skeletal animation thing where
really,
they could move the polygons like so their jaw could move and it wasn't just a painting of lips flapping.
such a shame. I hated that game.
What? Why?
The head crabs. I couldn't get past them.
Oh my god.
I'm a
Oh
pussy,
god.
man. I am a total wuss.
So that
I've
first
never.
time when you're crawling in the air vent with the
Oh
flashlight,
God. Oh, stop it. No. Oh, shut up. Oh God, I'm gonna have nightmares tonight. Um.
Nax like just wait till they
Oh,
progress from blocky to shiny rotting meat. That's the next
ugh,
phase.
yeah. Oh man.
uh,
But that's also why I've never finished System Shock 2. It scares me too much.
yeah.
It's the monkeys in that game.
Hey, Mass Effect
Monkey.
2. You've been playing it, right? I saw.
I played it for about half an hour.
Yeah.
I through the preamble bit. I still don't know how to use those magical powers in Masu.
Well, my
Uh,
suggestion to you is play as a soldier for a little bit, and then you don't have
okay,
to worry about it.
just
But
just shoot shit and don't worry
yeah,
about the rest. Okay, I
really
can do that.
the way to handle the combat in that game is get really
Yeah.
handy with the space bar because it pauses and then you give orders,
Oh,
right?
okay.
And
I'll
don't
try that.
ever try to play that thing in real time. That's like for
Oh,
advanced play, right?
oh,
But just pause. Think of it as playing Baldur's Gate, right? Like real time things will happen, but then you pause
oh,
and look at what's going on and make decisions. And yeah,
oh. Okay, I will
yep,
do that then. Um, I just couldn't
Galactic.
get I
Oh,
just couldn't get over how Shepard quote unquote walked. That little shimmy he did,
oh.
which wasn't walking but
Well,
wasn't running.
okay. You're
I,
screwing it
I
up if you're playing the male shepherd. You need to play,
what?
yeah, play fem shep, female shepherd, because Jennifer
What?
Hale does the voice for it, and
What?
she's awesome. Yeah, I play her basically as like the renegade version, and she's like just mean. It's great. She's a hard ass.
Uh, well,
So you
Um,
can have two completely different experiences. You could play that game 10 times and not have the same game twice. So,
I don't see myself doing that, but I
hmm.
will venture to continue. But there's so much good stuff out right now, like Diablo 3 just came out, and two games just came out for the Vita. It's like so much goodness right now. You're playing, you're playing that game. Was it Titan something?
Titanfall.
We need to play more Hawken,
I played
by
a
the way.
ridiculous amount of Titanfall the last 2 days. In fact, I would say that I have probably, other than sleep, have not been away from the computer at all in the last 48 hours, and it's all been Titanfall.
That's kind of wow,
It's highly unusual for me. I
wow.
can see this is a game that I'm going to burn out on, but I'm going to
Yeah,
fully dip myself in the chocolate before I burn out on it.
you know what I've
So,
burnt out on? You know what I burnt out on?
podcasting.
Jump,
Are we
jump
done?
gate.
Oh,
I
Jumpgate,
burnt.
you're done, huh?
I've, I feel like I am. I don't know. I just don't feel the rush to get back in there now.
Yeah.
I think I got what I wanted out of it, and hopefully it'll still be there when I feel like going back to it. But I think I need a break,
It
which I
was
think was what happened. My entire career through it. I'd play it like hardcore for a few months, and then I'd stop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just didn't feel that there was anything that I was doing. I was being like a postal delivery driver, and that's just not me.
yeah, that's a game from another time when the grind was more accepted, I think. But now the grind is much less accepted.
At least when you get killed, you don't explode like a loot pinata, and then you come back in a shuttle and you have to do a corpse run on your ship.
I do kind of want to talk to you about something in a minute that's kind of a loot pinata, but let's get back to the thing
Okay.
because we're about to get to that. So Galactos, remember them?
Donuts! Everybody
Yes,
likes
they.
donuts.
I think they updated a new version of it. I haven't played it, but they've been slowly updating their blog, and I think there's a new version from a couple months ago that added some more AI, but I have not played it. But it's coming along, so yay!
Yay.
Yay!
That would
And
be an
then
excellent Vita game, by the way.
oh my God, I know. There are certain games I don't want to buy on the PC anymore. I just want to get them on the Vita. Like today, that Luftrausers game.
Yeah.
When I saw the video, I'm like, I need that on the Vita. I mean, I'm sure it'd be fine on the PC, but that's a Vita game. And SteamWorld Dig, I got that on Steam. I enjoyed it on Steam enough, but when I saw that's coming out on the Vita, I'm like, that's perfect.
Yeah, Knack
That's just
pointed out today that Luftrausers actually shares a lot with this old Commodore 64 game called Save New York.
Save New York, huh?
Yeah, I'll show it to you later. But just
Yeah.
for the people that are out there that are curious, just Google that Commodore 64 Save New York, because the way the plane flies and everything is the same. And
Oh,
yeah, it's like Demon Attack and Defender and like Combat, the old 2600 Combat
oh,
airplane
I
thing.
played the crap
Yeah,
out of
if,
that.
if you married
Yeah.
all three of those together,
Oh,
that's kind of this game.
Oh, that makes me even more excited because I played the crap out of Combat. My favorite was what was the one where you were the three planes trying to shoot bombers? Remember that? You were
I
like the
have no
three
idea.
planes, you try to shoot one bomber. There were
No.
because remember they were like you'd hit the select button and there were like
Oh,
30
it was a
game
mode.
modes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it was one of the modes. There were like 12 tank modes and like 12 or something
Yeah.
plane modes
So
and
the
yeah.
superior version of that was on the Intellivision, actually. They had a
Oh
combat game
yeah,
on
yeah,
Intellivision.
yeah. What the hell was it called in the television?
I do not know, but there was
Because
like
I
a
know
tank
it's
battle thing and
no, I know exact. I
fly
had it in
planes.
television. I had one. I know exactly what you're talking about. But I mean, I played a lot more of my Atari, obviously.
Yeah.
But
Did you have Tron Deadly Discs for your Intellivision?
Ye-
It was the good
no,
Tron game. There was a few.
Was it similar to the arcade one?
Not a bit. No, this was
No.
you were a little stick man. You know the Intellivision had that one animation for all running characters, right? It was
Yeah.
like no matter if you were playing a football game, a baseball game, whatever, it was the little running stick guy, and it was those guys color coded for Tron. So
Hmm.
you were the blue guy and you were shooting the red guys, and they'd have a recognizer come in and you had to plink it in the eye with a disc. But
Oh,
it was a frisbee death match in a square arena. It was really really cool.
that's still a great movie. But you had to have been a kid to appreciate it now. Like I
Not
showed that.
not really.
Well, I showed it to my girlfriend, and she's like, "What's the? I don't under what? Why do I care? I mean, this
I
is
think you have to be a fan of Sid Mead's futurism.
eh,
That because he's the guy that designed the light cycles and so much
yeah.
of that movie.
No, I love it. I love it, but I was into the video game aspect of it, obviously.
Yeah, I mean it was like, oh my God, there's a movie about video games. I can't stand myself. It's so amazing.
Apparently, Knack had a friend who played the Tron game on his friend's Intellivision.
Yeah, and he played D&D, which I remember the D&D games too. Which
I never.
I wasn't such a big fan of it, but it was better
Yeah.
than anything on the Atari. That's for darn sure.
Yeah,
But that's
that's the sad thing. The Intellivision was better hardware, but the games were all in the Atari.
Yeah, they did some. Well, the Atari got all the good licensing stuff, and they probably had
Yeah.
the best drugs in their software development thing. There's a documentary I have that is about
I'm
Atari and those
I'm not
guys, and
surprised.
they were talking about how the manager made him stuff a towel under the door so he didn't get a
Yeah.
contact buzz from the room full of programmers that were next to him
Oh
because the
God.
smoke would just come under the door. And he's like, "I'm trying to talk on the phone and do business in here, and you guys are stoning me out." So yeah,
Well, so Galactos is coming along. I can't wait till the final version is released because just the alpha we played was insane.
yes,
I'm,
yeah.
I'm,
Insane's a good word for that.
but good insane. There were like dozens and dozens of ships on screen, and it just flew. It was so fluid and amazing.
I'm still waiting
It,
for the pie fighters.
uh, uh, yeah, that's right. But not a lot new in the Galactos universe. Now, the next one is Distant Worlds that we talked about, and the final version of that is coming out in I think April or May. It's called Distant Worlds Universe,
Oh, thank God, it's the
and it's
final version. They're done. No,
they're
are
done
they
with
going to
this one.
aggregate it? Is this going to be
Yeah,
like
they're gonna
one
make it's
package
gonna
I
be
buy
it's gonna be one big thing that includes everything.
and it costs
At
a
like
thousand dollars?
it's gonna be no. It's, they said it's gonna be a reduced price for the whole kit and caboodle,
Oh,
which is
good.
fucking great. About time, if I may say, because damn,
Yes.
just damn,
So then there's
because
Ethereum.
which
It's
they're
on.
on Desura now. You
Oh,
can you can get on the beta in Desura, which I have not yet because I don't have any time, but I should because I was a Kickstarter backer. But yeah, like even if you're not a Kickstarter backer, you guys can go to Desura and look for Ethereum and get in the beta. And you guys would like Ethereum if you like the original Wing Commander because it's like that brought forward 20 some years.
nobody liked Wing Commander. Come on.
No, it was terrible. It was terrible. No one liked.
Whatever
But you know
happened
what
to
I
that
mean.
guy?
He got $40 million.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He got lots of millions of dollars from rabid fanboys like myself. So Ethereum is moving along nicely. He's been putting out a lot of updates. The beta looks a lot different than the version we played back then.
It looks
Uh,
really
lo-
good. Like
it looks
really,
really,
really good. I'm looking at a video of it right now. I'm not going to show it
yeah,
to you, but
right.
you know, I'm keeping it to myself.
Yeah. Well, all his videos are, I think, on his Kickstarter page. So
Yeah.
he's got all the videos there. But yeah, you're looking at the one from February
Perhaps not. Let me look.
trailer trailer B. Yeah, that looks really nice. That looks.
Ooh, too much
I'll
audio.
be I'll be including links to the show notes to all this stuff, but um,
It do look spiffy.
it does. I'm
I
really
likes it.
enjoying how well that's coming along, and he apparently might get the game on GOG, which would be fantastic as well. So yeah, awesome. I
Yeah,
mean,
I threw up the video in the stream.
oh, okay, good. But yeah, that video looks it just the whole game looks fantastic. So I'm really excited about that.
You know, before we started the show, I played about a half hour of the Wing Commander Darkest Dawn mod. I was streaming
Oh,
that just to kind of
Saga, Wing Commander
yeah, Wing
Saga.
Commander Saga.
That is so good.
It's a good time, yeah.
It's so good because you can tell every stitch of that game is made with just such love and
Yeah.
reverence of Wing
Well,
Commander.
and
Just you
Knack
can
was
just
talking in IRC about how he loved the dialogue because it was so super cheese, and I'm like, oh, that's quite authentic. Because
that
if you go back
works.
and play
That
Wing
totally
Commander, it
works.
was
Yeah, no, that's perfect. That's totally it's pitch perfect. Absolutely. Yeah. Of course it's cheesy. It's a space combat game. Of course it's like you're playing a B movie, for God's sakes. I mean, like a not so great version of Star Wars. Basically, that's what you're playing. Um, so yeah, I'm excited about that. We can. The next one was Star Roller 2, which I'm excited about, but there really hasn't been much new information since we talked to them last. I guess they're busy working on the game, which is that's fine,
yeah.
I
I
guess.
prefer that they actually work on the game
Yeah,
as to
yeah, I'm fine with that. Um, let's see, Wings of Saint Nazaire. There was a new alpha in January, which unfortunately I have not played. But that looks like it's coming along rather nicely.
that was a pretty good looking game, like especially from the point of view of hey, this thing plays in a browser.
Yeah.
That's
Have you
pretty
seen
wild.
Have you seen the same guy, Howard, I believe his name was Howard Day. He's also making this like his own version of a hangar, like for the Concordia
Uh
from
huh.
like Wing Commander 2, I think it was.
Yeah. Oh wait,
And you could
what? Hold on. The Wings of Saint Nazaire. I'm looking at their page. They have
Yeah.
planets now.
Yeah.
When did that happen? That's kind of
Uh
bonkers.
yeah, well, at least in that wallpaper. I don't know if it's actually in the game yet.
Well, I see three different screenshots that he's
Oh,
flying over a planet.
screenshots.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see
Yes,
those. I just saw
yes.
the wallpaper. That's awesome. Yeah,
That
I
is
really
pretty
did
awesome.
love I really did love the look of that game. So I'm really excited about that one. But the guy has also been working on like how Star Citizen is a hangar. Well, he's working on his own like hangar, which uses a similar graphics thing to Wings of Saint Nazaire, where like you can walk around a couple of Wing Commander 2 fighters. Like right now, the last time I played it, well, played. Last time I tried, you can walk around a broadsword and I
Hmm.
think a ferret. It
Oh,
was
neat.
pretty neat because you can walk around the whole thing and on top of them and everything. I'm like, this is awesome. Because the broadsword's one of remember that bomber, the broadsword?
Yes. Yep. Sure do.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite ships from the entire Wing Commander universe.
I hated
I
the
just think
crossbows, by the way.
what the oh god, I might have blocked that out because I
Yeah,
don't.
it was a ship that looked like an arrow. It was like a cigar with four fins on the end. I think they were called the crossbows. They were bombers.
Oh yeah, and then oh
Yeah, I was
yeah.
no fan at all of flying those things.
Yeah, well, it was a bomber too, so it wasn't as fun. But you know what? Yeah, it was like we're gonna give you this awesome bomber with a turret, and you're gonna love flying it, and then we're gonna give you this thing. Oh, this doesn't is nowhere near as great. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
You know, that reminds me too of
yeah,
whenever I was playing X-Wing Alliance for the first time back in the day, right?
yeah,
And because everybody had always been like, "Oh God, I want a sim where I can fly the Millennium Falcon. That would be the greatest thing ever." And then when we got it, it was
it
just like,
wasn't
"Wow, I hate
that
flying the Millennium Falcon."
it wasn't that great.
No, it was just like, "Oh, I'm gonna go pick some cargo pods, and then oh, I have to fight."
Well, in the
And
beginning of the game, you weren't technically flying the Millennium Falcon. You were flying a Corellian YT 1300 freighter, from which the Corellian Falcon is modified.
sure,
Um, but yeah, I still I had what I had a problem with in that game was the offset cockpit.
because it was off
That's
to
what
the
bothered.
side.
Yeah, that bothered. I couldn't. I didn't have a good time with that.
Yeah.
That's what threw me. Um,
I just didn't like being in the gun turrets because it was kind of lame.
yeah, yeah. Well, I think that's pretty much the weakest out of all of them. Out of all those X-Wing games, but I probably
Yeah,
that's the one I never finished.
I need to get that beast working again because they've done so many updates and everything to it.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
if I can just
So
skip those missions.
yeah, no, you can't.
Uh,
It was just a shame. So we talked to next the Star Villains and Space Heroes ones, which I'm still excited about because there aren't that many cap ship games. Um, but there's been no new updates since December, which is like, okay, maybe they're busy working on it again. Like the Star Roller 2 people. Now, here's the one that I think we're most excited about. Episode 30, Enemy Starfighter.
Oh yes.
I mean, we love our space games, and we love all the wonderful people that come on, and we love all the wonderful people that make the games. But there's just something about Enemy Starfighter that hits every goddamn right note. You know what I mean?
It's pretty much the perfect game for
I,
me.
I am super excited. Now go to the website. It's enemystarfighter.com. Go to the website. If you'll scroll down, you'll see what I'm talking about. There's an animated GIF that shows escape pods. So now he's added a thing where if you destroy a fighter, it'll eject like some cargo and stuff for points, but it'll also eject the pilot escape pod, which
And
you
you
can then
kill them.
you can then shoot down. Yeah. How awesome is that? I mean, that's what I was talking about. That's what I was talking about with the loot thing. You know,
Hmm.
I'm gonna put a link to the larger version of that image into the chat. But yeah, I am super excited about that because just the way the ship explodes too is just glorious. You know, do you see what I'm talking about? It's this animated GIF.
No.
Oh, I put it in the chat, but it's also if you go to enemystarfighter.com and scroll down a little bit where it says escape pods,
Hmm.
you'll see it. You'll see it.
Okay. I'm trying to
So
get it
go
up
there.
on the screen.
Oh, on the
Oh,
on the
come
stream
on,
screen.
screen. Yeah, on the stream
Oh,
screen.
oh. No, I just
Escape
put a.
pods. Oh, is it this thing?
I don't know. I'm not looking at the stream. In a minute.
That may be it. It's like a small animated GIF though, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
there's a
I see
large.
him. I see him. I see him. Yeah,
How
because he hits
beautiful
that
does
guy, and a bunch of pods
yeah?
eject out. Oh
How
yeah.
beautiful does that look?
Everything about this game looks really great.
I know. This is out of all the games we've talked about, out of all the developers we've talked to, out of all the games we've covered on this podcast, I still have to say this is still the one I'm most excited about. I mean, it just as that early alpha that he sent us, which was barely complete, just felt so good, you know? With a gamepad, it just felt like so fluid and perfect. And he has a little thing. Did you see the thing about chatty pilots? He kind of uses that as a debugging thing.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That was something that I thought was really great too.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
it?
exactly.
Yeah, because it's neat that he can use that as a debug tool.
I know.
Yeah,
I love that
and
idea.
then it plays back into, oh, it enhances the game as well. But that's kind of what we were talking about even last week whenever we were talking about like F-15 and how all that chatter that was going on the
Yeah.
radio, and then you know what's going on around you. But there is an example of a developer using that same information to his advantage.
Right.
So super duper.
Yeah. No, I'm thrilled. I cannot wait for this game. I come on, man. God, what the hell is the developer's name? God damn it.
What, Mike DePool?
Mike? Yeah, Mike. Yeah. Come on, Mike. Get with it, man.
Or at least send us another build. If he
Yeah,
would just keep sending us builds, I don't care if he ever gets the game done,
well,
just as
what,
long as
what
I
he
can
did
play it.
was to send us that original build. It was just a page you logged into, and like I'm like, okay. When I rebuilt my computer, I'm like, okay, hopefully there's another version at that same page. You know, that would make sense, but it's not the same. So come on, Mike, update that version that you sent us, or that page where you can download the thing, because we want to play more. Damn it. Because oh my god, yeah. You guys seriously keep an eye out for this one. And yeah, like Knack says, escape pod murder is funny and slash horrifying. I think it's more on the funny side in this case. I will probably laugh every time I shoot an escape pod because I'm secretly an asshole like that. But yeah. So. Oh my God! I know every time we talk about this game, we're both like, "Oh gosh, gosh, gosh!" But seriously, it's just so. I just love where this guy is taking it. I love where Mike is taking it. It's just going to be so good.
Oh yeah, So
You
on the
know.
screen now, I have Pulsar Last Colony.
So I played a little of that today, just to prepare for this, because I thought because we're going to talk about it. So I played because the beta is now on on Steam. So so you can buy early access, I think. So right now, all you can do is be the captain. You can't be the pilot or anything. And so I was walking around trying to get the ship started.
The captain has a really nice desk, I'll say that much.
Well, yeah, no, they really did a good job with the inside. It feels like a really fleshed out ship. Like it's got a lounge
Mm.
and everything, and it feels really like so much nicer inside the ship now than it did before.
Ooh, but outside the ship looks pretty good now too.
I didn't figure out how to do that,
Oh,
but
I'm looking at an external view in this video that he's got up here.
but here's what I did do. I closed that page because it was killing my bandwidth. But I turned on the weapons, and apparently, like you've already targeted like some security drone.
Hmm.
So like as soon as you select the weapons you want, it starts shooting at this thing. And so my ship started shooting at this thing, and I swear it's like I was on the Enterprise. It's like boom, 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 boom. Things started smoking, the ship started shaking. The computer was like, shields at 50%. I'm like, what do I do? I don't know. Oh my God.
Did you have to like shake around in your chair and then fall out on the floor?
No,
And no, to
no.
get the full
But
bridge
it
simulation.
did a good job of trying to capture that.
Okay.
So like I couldn't really find anything to do. I guess I have to play it more. But that just little bit, I was like, oh yeah, okay. I'm liking where this is going. I'm excited about this. So I think they still have a lot of gaps to fill. But but
Looks kind
yeah,
of neat.
yeah. I think I'm really excited about it. I
I'm
mean,
I'm having kind of a hard time of the control panels that you interact with in the game,
yeah.
where the dot in the center of your screen, it's basically you're moving your gun sight around to interact with the displays and stuff, and that way by their nature they have to be super simple displays. Where it would almost be better, like if I could just bust the mouse loose, hold down control or something and get a mouse cursor and be able to work the things.
You know what? Maybe you can. Hang on. I'm gonna hang on one
It, it
second.
it's it's almost like I'm trying to work a computer. It's a touch screen and I have to use my nose. That's sort of the feel that I get.
Hang on. I'm gonna load it up real quick. There might be a way to do that.
No, there isn't.
But
Trust me.
the options don't have any way to look at the keys.
Yeah, no, trust
You
me,
know?
man. It's not that way. It's very purposefully designed such that you have to touch your nose to the screen, and
Yeah, it's like there's gotta be like I don't know what the keys are here. So let's see, Captain. Okay, so now I can walk around, and this is kind of cool.
there
So I'm
are
gonna
4 keys. Four.
four lights. Yeah, like right now the power console doesn't do anything, so I really don't know
Yeah.
what to do here. But so I'm arming the weapons now, and so let's see. Oh, come on, stuck on a goddamn thing. And so I'm gonna put more. I'm gonna put red alert. Can I put red alert? Red alert. I can't put red alert. Why can't I select red alert? God damn it.
Oh, I liked Red Alert. That was a great soundtrack.
Oh, that was awesome. I'm gonna put some more power to shields and to weapons. And come on, red alert. Let me do red alert. How about yellow alert? Can I do yellow alert? I can't do a damn thing. I can't select red alert or yellow alert. I'm the captain. I should be able to select whatever the hell I goddamn want. So yeah, you go over to the weapons thing, and the weapons are charging, and then I'm like, okay, I want to target that, and it just starts shooting.
Mm.
Oh, ow! And then yeah, so it's hitting that drone, and then I'm getting hit. Oh, and the lights go dim and they start to flicker, and everything. Yeah, so it's pretty. Whoa, yeah, and it's just you can feel the ship going thunk. So it's pretty cool. It looks like the weapons just fire themselves once they're charged.
Yeah.
But I'm not doing him any damage at all. I don't even know. Did the video say how to get an external view at all?
I didn't see what he did to get it. He hit a key or something.
Because I just hit all the F keys. That didn't do anything. So I'm just gonna hit every key on the keyboard until something happens. Okay, that's hull
Suddenly,
integrity is below 50%. Wow, that the computer lady is really not happy because the hull damage is a critical level. Oh, and when your lights go down, you have a flashlight. That's kind of nifty. Okay, I died. I don't know what to do. Okay, hang on. I'm just gonna quit. Is there a manual? Is there a goddamn manual? No, no, no. Support. There we go. So yeah, I had no idea what to do. Like none. But it was kinda neat. Oh, apparently, did you see the chat that Nax says System Shock has a control scheme like you're talking about?
yeah, the original System Shock.
Yeah, yeah, that's cool. Hang on, Pulsar. Come on, you bastard. What? Really? So okay, so apparently I have a key for Pulsar on Steam,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not in the store yet.
Oh,
So there's not a community. There's not a manual. There's not a. Okay. um,
yeah.
how am I supposed to do anything? But it was nice getting shot down. That was neat, and it was pretty cool. And how the ship shook and the lights went down, and they just updated a patch on the third.
Mm.
Um,
I have an idea.
so yeah,
Let's talk about Mandate.
mandate. Well, there's not much to talk about. They've they've updated it with some new graphic, like they've showed some new screenshots of internal combat
Yeah,
and
but it's
such.
but it's not. I wouldn't call that a screenshot. I would say that that's more like a
A
concept art.
concept, yeah, yeah, because I just don't. I don't really have a feeling of how far along they are, you know. But they made well more than their goal. They had a $500,000 goal. They made 700 for God's sakes. That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, they apparently they're working on new team members, a new site. So oh yeah, that it says right there concept. So these are concepts. But I like
It's got a lot of promise. I've got a video. It's about 3 months old that I'm actually showing in the
in the
stream.
stream.
Where it's got
So
there's a boarding action going on, and there's some you can drag guys around. It's boarding actions are kind of like a slow real time version of XCOM or something,
hmm,
which is
that's cool.
interesting. I'll go with that.
That's cool. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong at all with that.
Hey, speaking of XCOM, did you see Derek Smart's game showed up on Steam yesterday?
With oh the MMO?
Not the MMO, but it's like an XCOM kind of turn-based squad combat thing.
Oh, line of defense
Yeah, line of defense
tactics.
tactics, right? And it's like I didn't know, is that a new thing or that's an old
I'm not
thing?
sure. No, there was a new thing. This is the new thing. I think the old thing was that 2009 game that came out the other day
Yeah.
that was re-released. That Galactic Command,
Oh,
um, Echo
all
Squad.
right.
That's the old 2009 game.
See, there's a bunch of
Um,
that going on where
yeah, a
people
lot of
are.
older.
Yeah, it's almost like Steam has caught on that good old games had a good thing going on,
Yeah,
and a lot of licenses are getting kicked back into Steam. You know, a lot of
but you know
licensed
what?
properties.
I'm fine with.
Oh,
I own Orb on Good Old Games, and I bought it on Steam because it's a good game. I own it. I bought it thrisely. Is how much I like that game. Let me tell you that. Because I have the disc too. I can
yeah.
find it
Which,
right
by
now.
the way, the multiplayer still works because
What?
yeah, totally.
No,
Because
it doesn't.
well, yes, it does. Because the matchmaking crap was based off of GameSpy, which is now defunct. However,
Right. However,
however, it still
however.
has an option to go direct IP, so that
Does
always will work.
it?
Yeah, and so many games don't do that. I can't really think of a game that does do that anymore. They all kind of have some gateway service. And when
It
that
ver
service goes away,
it
hey,
varies.
hey, you're playing Orb right
Drox.
now.
Yeah, I'm like, what the hell? No, Drox Operative has direct IP, but last time I tried it, I couldn't get it to work
Hmm.
because it might be my router
Yeah,
or
it's
something.
probably your router firewall settings.
Yeah, but yeah, I haven't played Orb, even though I bought it on GOG. I never loaded it, but the more I talk about it, the more I remember how much I actually liked. Oh, strategy first. You used to be awesome. What the hell ever happened to you? Oh, I like this check for update thing. Um, wow, it doesn't support my resolution.
Yeah.
That's a damn shame.
No, it won't. But what you do is you just set it to like 1600 by 1900 or 1900 by 1600 or whatever, and it
1600 by 1200?
16 by 12 will work too, and then it
Yeah.
will scale to your monitor and make sure
Oh,
that you set it to 32-bit depth or the
yeah.
nebulas look
Oh, that looks
nasty.
great. That looks great. Okay.
Well, because I was like, man, this game looks old, you know? And
Yeah,
then I
right.
realized, oh, yeah, it's in 16-bit color. And I flipped it to 32-bit, and it was just gorgeous. I was like, hooray, this looks awesome. And yeah, so, and I can deal with it being slightly out of aspect ratio. One thing that I noted that was very interesting about that, though, is I streamed it a little bit. And Twitch, actually, when you feed it a stream that, of whatever size, your monitor will display it stretched out to a 16 by 10, but
Right.
Twitch actually takes it literally as it is, so it letterboxes it and looks correct. So
Huh.
that was kind of interesting. A game, it's not on our list. We've never really spoken of it before, but this hardware ship breakers, this looks kind of interesting. I don't even know
Hardware
what it is.
shipbreakers.
Yeah, it came off of. Here, I'll throw it up in the stream thing. This came off of a uh, a link that was in a YouTube video that I was watching just now for the mandate, and this is kind of interesting looking. It's I bet going to be an RTS. Hmm. So there's a crashed spaceship, and there is a really cool looking vehicle.
Right.
Yeah.
Wait, what's it
Oh,
called again? That
oh,
sounds
wait.
familiar.
So Knack says that Shipbreakers is related to the Homeworld revival.
Oh, that.
Interesting.
Yes, that's right. I forgot about that one. So it's kind of like Homeworld, but on a planet.
I guess so.
Kind
Yeah.
of. Yeah. And yeah, it is licensed by Gearbox, and they're doing that Homeworld HD
Yeah.
thing, and I'm not sure how I feel about that, but I'm not the hugest Homeworld fan, so I'm not
Well,
as
I like Homeworld quite a bit,
yeah,
and a lot of people are just like, oh God, please don't screw this up. Which
yeah,
I can agree with because I don't want the Duke Nukem team or the guys that did Alien Colonial Marines to get a hold of it,
uh,
you know. But then
yeah,
again, if they retain the AI and scripting and stuff from the original and they just beef up the engine, I'm cool
yeah.
with that. Just don't touch anything else. Just let it be.
Well, it
So
sounds like they're pretty much going to update multiplayer, but that might be it.
okay, works for me.
Yeah, it sounds like they're going to make it like have a centralized multiplayer matchmaking
Yeah.
thingamajig, which is cool. Um, where the hell were we?
Oh well, we were moving
Mandate.
down the list.
Moving down the list. So the next was Skyjacker. Uh, yeah, that got
Not
greenlit
feeling it.
on Steam. Well, it got greenlit on Steam, but since their Kickstarter failed again, there's been like nothing. There's been like no new information out of them that I could find.
Yeah.
Like, I don't remember the last time I posted a news thingy about them.
Yeah, it looks like
Yeah.
the last time that they had a good update was like a year ago.
Yeah, and that's I think they had a Kickstarter at that time,
Yeah.
I think.
Hmm.
So that makes sense, but yeah, since then it's been pretty quiet on the Starjacker front, which is kind of a shame because I did enjoy that beta thing, the demo we played, I don't know where it was going in terms of the overall gameplay. Like, is it an open thing? Is it not an open thing? We never got really a good sense of what, the game actually was. It sounded like basically like you're like a pirate mercenary who takes contracts and you don't care what the contracts are, like killing and robbing and looting and stuff. And I'd be fine with that, but I wasn't like sure if that's what they were, you know?
Well,
I
they
mean, if
kept
that's their,
selling the game as this is going to be GTA in space,
which,
and we're going to have a story and things to do that link. You're going to have objectives, but it's going to be a big open world, and how you accomplish those objectives be
yeah,
up to you. But then all the stuff that they actually had built was, canned mission stuff just to show the engine, and
yeah,
it's like, okay, well, that's fine, but I want to see some more of what you have in mind about open world, right? And when you call
yeah.
the thing Skyjacker, then I'm thinking I should be able to disable an enemy ship and get in my spacesuit and go over there like Sandra Bullock and steal that shit. So
Like in the X Games.
yeah,
Yeah.
so well, we'll see. Maybe they'll
Yeah.
develop something.
Yeah, I don't know. But hopefully something will come out of that because it was fun.
Yeah.
So let's see. Episode 38, The Last Federation. There's been a lot of info released about that game since we talked to them. Like, remember when we talked to them, they didn't even have like screenshots?
Right, and the concept art was the ships were actually fighting horizontally, side profile on the screen,
Yeah.
and they have massively changed that.
Yeah, it kind of has a kind of Drox operative space
Yeah,
pirates zombies look to it, which, you know what? I'm fine with both of those things. So,
yeah. In fact, this art that well, you can't see the stream, but the art that's in the stream was actually the original art that was going to be the ship combat stuff, and then they just used that for the intro. But
uh,
that's originally what they were going to use, and we looked at that and it was like, yeah, okay.
yeah, I don't know how I feel
I don't know
about
what this is going to be.
that.
I was expecting to be kind of like a Japanese RPG, right, where ships line up on each side, and then one jumps into the middle, and some damage numbers bounce out the top or something. I don't know. And still, I'm down for that idea. That's not bad. You could use RPG Maker, and instead of little Weeble people, you could have spaceships.
Yeah,
I'd be okay
why
with
is
that.
that? Has that been done?
Nope.
Does anyone know? That hasn't really been like a JRPG, but with spaceships instead of
Well,
Pokemon
well,
or party members.
I'll say no, but yes. There was a game that was on,
Ow.
I think, 3DS, that is sort of a space kind of thingy like that, but it's not exactly that. So yes, but no. I can't
Yeah.
remember the name of it. So somebody in the chat room will be like, "Oh yeah, it's this," because
It's this
chat room
game.
knows everything. But yes, I have no idea what it is. Anyway, yeah, Last Federation. Chris Park, nice guy,
And
lives real
and that
close.
and that comes out in April.
Oh, really?
So yeah, it's
Good
it's not too
times.
far away now. They're already like I think you can go to the Arkan site and apply to be a beta tester if you want.
Yeah.
So I think you can just go on their forums and sign up to be a beta tester to
Oh,
their
neat.
forum. Yeah,
So he has transitioned to a top-down, kind of more traditional RTS looking thing.
yeah, which I'm fine with.
Yeah. So, but it's good.
Yeah, no. What's the next on the list? I can't. I have a cat in my hand. I can't.
I
look
was
at.
wondering what that strange noise was.
Oh, do you
It
hear
was
that?
going
Do you
on.
hear?
Oh yeah, I heard the
No.
cat like purring and stuff, and I'm
Oh
like,
no.
what?
Well, here's the weird thing about my cats. We spent a few days in Yosemite last week.
Oh, so they're all clingy now because you were
They're
gone.
yeah, oh yeah, exactly. They're super clingy right now because they're insecure. They're like, "We'll be super nice if you never leave again." Um, yeah, is that a cat thing? That must be a cat thing because both my cats are doing it.
Yeah,
Um, so
yeah,
yeah,
they
they
kind of
both been
freaked
like.
out. They were like, "Food person, why did you leave?"
I mean, we had a friend come over and like take care of him and keep him company, but it's obviously not the same. They were not happy. So they've been like, yeah, exactly. They've been like super duper cuddly in the last couple of days. Like, please never leave again. So that's what that was.
Oh,
I didn't know you could hear that. That's a good microphone.
oh yeah.
She was sniffing it too. So that's the thing. Um, let's see. So what's next on the list?
Galactic
Black Civil.
Civilizations.
Well, they stopped. They had like a $10 off pre-order thing for that. They stopped that a couple weeks ago,
Hmm.
and now apparently the alpha is due to people who pre-ordered next week, the
Wow, that's
27th.
really soon.
That is next. The next 27th is next week, right? I think so.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's next week.
Like 10 days out. Yeah, so sure.
Yeah. So, oh yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, 9 days. Wow. So yeah, that's coming along. Hopefully, I'll be able to get my hands on that. I'm gonna ask. You know, we did have a good podcast with them. I never heard back from them about the follow-up question. That
Well,
reminds
they're
me.
they're probably
Follow up.
pissed because we burnt down their office.
Oh my God. Yeah. No. Remember we had users submit questions and we couldn't get to all of them, so I
Yeah.
submitted them for follow-up Q&A, and I just remembered
Yes.
about that. So I should find a way to keep track of all that. But yeah. So and then the last one we haven't talked to in the last because I figured what's the point? I didn't put like recent podcasts on the list because like what's the point looking back at a game we talked about 2 weeks ago?
Right.
Oh, then nothing in the last. But so the last one on the list is StarQuest 2, and their
And
Kickstarter
that's from
failed.
French Paul.
Yeah. Oh my God, so many Pauls. Uh, Luzon, I think was his name. Paul Luzon.
Hmm.
Yeah, their Kickstarter, sadly, it failed pretty good, if I recall. I don't remember how bad, but it was pretty bad. Wasn't it? It wasn't.
Well,
I'm not trying to rub it in. I'm
no,
just.
but it wasn't a super popular game back in the day, and the name StarQuest doesn't really make people think. It's kind of generic sounding, right?
It really
So,
is.
so
And
I don't think that did it any favors.
oh,
Although, if you know the
oh,
old game, you could be. Are you shushing me or the cat?
no, I'm ouching because they had a $30,000 goal,
Hmm.
uh, and they only made 1,500,
Oh, well, there you go.
and that's Canadian dollars. So
That's like a
it's not.
million dollars.
That's not even nice dollars. That's not even enough nice dollars or nice people to give, because Canadians are nice. You
Well,
know what? You know what? I'm just looking at the date. The funding ended on December 26th.
oh, that's a problem.
I didn't
Don't do
think
it
of that
right
at
in
the
front of
time.
Christmas. Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't think of that at the time, but yeah, come on. I mean, people are spending money on tons of other shit around the holidays.
right. I
Uh,
still stand behind my suggestion when he was on that his best course of action would be
yeah.
to, because he owns the rights entirely outright to the original
Oh,
game.
sell the original on
He needs
GOG
to sell
first.
the original on GOG, and
That's a
he will
brilliant
make his
idea,
bank.
man. Why not? I mean, there are all these little obscure other games on GOG that, every time one of these little obscure games comes on GOG, you got at least one person in the forum going, "Oh my God, yay!" Like, I thought I was the only one. Like, what was that one RTS that I thought I was the only one who played? It was like Czar Burden of the Crown or something.
Yeah,
And
Command and Conquer.
no, Czar Burden of the Crown. It was like this crazy fantasy Russian-esque RTS, and
Uh,
I got it at like a Barnes and Noble years ago, and it was a good game. And when they released it on GOG, there were like a bunch of people were like, "Oh, it's a great game." I'm like, really? I thought I was the only one who ever played that. But yeah, so I mean, there's room for little obscure, games like this.
yeah,
On I thought I owned this.
yeah, you do.
Huh.
You
No,
totally own this.
no, I own Czar. I own it on disc. I haven't bought it on GOG. What's wrong with me? I gotta fix
Oh,
that.
no, I thought you meant
Uh,
about Space Quest, Star Quest, whatever.
no, I own that. I own the
Yeah.
first one. I totally own that. So, how many people have we talked to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. About 2 dozen people, it looks like. Which, that's not shabby for a first year of a podcast.
Yeah,
That's roughly half our shows. And, what?
not too bad. You've done a pretty great job of getting a steady stream of victims.
I've been trying. Sometimes it's tough because there have been a good number of people who I've asked, and they don't feel comfortable with it.
Yeah.
Which that's fine. It's either like time zone thing, or which you and I are totally willing to work around.
Oh, we've accommodated that. I seem to remember
Yeah,
that you were up at 5 in the morning one time so that we
five or
could do a
six.
show.
Yeah, yeah. That was a rough show for me. Because yeah, he was like in they were like in Germany or something. I
Yeah.
think France, and so that the time zone. Yeah, we couldn't do the usual 7 o'clock Pacific. So yeah, I think I got up like 5 on a Tuesday just to do it.
Did the show,
Because
went to work. Yeah.
yeah, I got up, I got ready, I did the show, I went straight to work. Yeah, it's exactly what happened. But yeah, you're right. That guy should totally. Maybe that was one of them. I don't know because I don't think it was that long ago.
No. That's
Uh,
been. It was right before we did the Galciv thing.
so we've had a good stream of guests. So I'm gonna throw it out since we have a chat thing and we got a few people listening. Folks in the chat, how you doing? Who would you like me to get on this podcast? And before you say Larry Holland, I've tried.
You could
And
probably
before
get
you
Jesus easier than Larry Holland.
Before you say Steve Barcia, I can't track him down. I've tried. I think I found him on LinkedIn, but there was no way to like send him a message. Because I think you can turn that off. Because I couldn't do it. I think I had to go pro or something to do it. Um, so yeah, besides Larry Holland and Steve Barcia, God, how awesome would it be to talk to them? I would just like if we got Steve Barcia on, we'd be like, okay, what did you do to make a game that everyone's still trying to copy 18 years later? Okay, David Braben. I'm pretty much pro Elite Dangerous now. I've done a total 180 on that game.
Yeah.
I was worried about that because at first I was like, oh, we can get David Braben on, but I'd be all pissy because I'm like, your Kickstarter was shit. What the fuck? But now, he's delivered.
Well,
They're delivering the goods.
I think that we do need to mention who we're going to have on here April 1st.
Oh, right. Knack, there were about 7 people behind Starflight. They're called binary systems, I believe, and there's like 5 or 6 of them. And I've thought about trying to track them down. I just have not had the time. But I would love to try and get at least a couple of them on to talk about Starflight. But on April 1st, we are going to have the author, our first author, I think. No. I have talked to an author before, but we haven't had an author on the podcast. Our first author, John Henry,
A.K.A. Jack Campbell.
Jack Campbell, that's his pen name. I don't know why. I'll have to ask him why you do that. Like, why have a... I don't know. But we're going to have basically the author of the Lost Fleet series on. Now, if you haven't read... the guys who wrote Star Control. I think the Toys for Bob guys are really busy with... What's that little game they have now with the little figures that you hook up to the RPG? Do you know what I'm talking about?
What, the Spyro stuff?
No. It's the Activision one where you have little figures, and those figures have. Oh God, hang on.
Yeah, you put them on a base, and then they...
Yeah. What the frack is that
Yeah, that's
called?
Spyro's... Oh, gosh.
Skylanders.
Skylanders, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
think
actually... That's licensed off the Spyro the Dragon property. Spyro is one of the Skylanders,
Oh,
yes.
right there he is. He's right there. Well, you'd think he'd be front and center, but no, he's kind of off to the side a little bit there.
Yeah. By the way, just to point out, because Brian's reading the IRC chat, and that's why he abruptly changed. He was like, oh, yeah, Jack Campbell, and oh, the guy that did Skylanders. Not the same guy.
No. The Toys for Bob guy, because someone brought up Star Control. Toys for Bob did the first 2 Star Control games. and they've moved on, and now they're doing Skylanders. So I'm worried they might be a little bit busy for that, but it's not a bad idea. Let me see. Let me add that to the list of possibilities to track down.
Yeah. Hey, why don't we get David Braben on? Because
Oh, no,
Elite.
no, that is. There's nothing wrong with that idea.
Yeah.
There's nothing
Yeah.
wrong.
Hey, let's talk for a moment about that video that I sent you about
The
Elite.
what?
The video that I sent you about Elite, where the guy was playing the latest build of Elite, where they've put the space stations in. Did you
Holy
watch it?
crap! I did watch it,
Wow.
and
They
no,
were
don't you remember?
faithful. They were
Don't you remember?
100% faithful to the old space station design, and yet it is
It's
amazing.
all new. It's all new because not only I love how you have to ask for docking permission because in the original I don't remember if you had. I don't think you had to do that or not. You just went in. But I love how if you don't, you got shot at.
Yeah,
That was great. But not only do you have to ask for permission and still tilt your ship like follow like match the roll, when you get into the station, you have to find your assigned pad and still matching the roll of the station, land on the pad. And
hmm,
it's kind of like when you get close enough, the HUD changes to like a landing mode. Like if you remember in 2001 where they're landing on that pad and it's got like a bottom-looking HUD, like with a crosshair. Where you remember that where you had a crosshair where you land on the pad just so, and the crosshair would help
yeah,
guide you down. It's like that, and amazing. And then when like I love when he landed and he wanted to like change stuff in his ship. Like the whole thing just moved down and slid in, so he was like in a mechanics bay, you
yeah.
know. So lot of wonderful little touches. And I'll be honest, probably within the next couple of months, I'm going to spring for not the alpha because that's a lot of money, but I'm going to spring for the beta copy
Hmm.
because the alpha is 200 pounds to get it.
Yeah, that's like $1 million American.
It's about $300 something right now. It's what is that right now? $332
No, thank you.
pretty much. Yeah, just to get in the alpha. I mean, you get everything else. Um, okay, new home rule team. Sorry, I'm reading the chat. Um, you get everything else, but three. You know what's sad? I say that, and I've spent more than that on Star Citizen,
Well,
and
but you say
that's
that
not.
because you've already spent so much on Star Citizen. If you actually
You
had
know
any
what?
money
You're
left,
right. If I hadn't spent that much on Star Citizen, I probably yeah. Uh, damn it.
yes, you did. You certainly did.
So I am probably gonna at least get the beta, which is only 50 pounds, which is how many dollars? That's like $80, I think. Thank you, Google. $83 even right
Oh,
now. This very
that's
second.
that's kind of reasonable if it was here.
Yeah, I mean
But I don't know how far
that's
out it is, right? And how much distance between the beta and the actual release too?
well, what's interesting they're doing? They have a premium beta,
Okay.
which as soon as the alpha is over, you can start playing that. Um, that's 100 pounds, which is how much is that?
There's too much there's too much
But
tiered stuff here.
$166. Yeah, but if you just want to get in the normal beta, who play after the premium beta, that's 50 pounds. So it is a little confusing. It is a little confusing.
That's a lot confusing.
And yeah, it is a lot. It is a lot confusing. I'm still going to buy into it. I admit it because I want to. Because a very wonderful reader of the site lent me his beta access, and so I've been toying around with it. I haven't done multiplayer because it goes under his name, like his handle and stuff. So I don't want to do that. But I've been playing the single player missions, and wow, yeah. It just feels so nice. And that video looked amazing.
Yep.
So
When was the last time you fired it up? Have you played it since they put the space stations in and stuff?
that's multiplayer.
Oh,
And
is it?
I think
It
so.
looks single player to me.
I thought it was multiplayer, but I haven't tried. But the thing is, last time I tried, it was like single player was just a series of missions. So that was about 2 weeks ago. But I haven't tried version Alpha 3.
No.
So maybe. But like I said, it's not under my name, so I don't want to go on multiplayer. I mean, I would make it. I would kick so much ass. He'd look like this awesome, awesome player. So I don't want to make him look like a target because he's not as good as me probably. Um, I mean, come on, it's kind of obvious. Um, but yeah, I'm. No one is more surprised about the 180 I've done on Elite Dangerous than me. Because I was really against it when it first came out. I'm like, all right, what is this crap? Um, but now I'm like, fuck yes. Fuck yes. That is a game I want to play today.
Yeah.
And it'll be great because it sounds like you can do the private server thing. It sounds like you can do single player, but also have like your own server if you want, I think.
Uh-huh.
So there'd have to be a Space Game Junkie server
Hmm.
with just our people. Because I don't want to play with a bunch of riffraff, schmucky people online. I don't know who they are. you know?
So, what is the rule now about Lego? And every time Lego comes out with something, there has to be an accompanying iPad or iPhone game. Because Lego came out with these things, and I was going to show you.
These
It's the
things.
Lego Star Wars Micro Fighters, and it's like they're 10, $11 each, and they're kind of cute, right? But then, oh well, it's available on iTunes and the App Store. It's like, seriously?
Is that a game?
Yes. But then,
What?
but then there's also the Lego Micro Fighters little kits, right? Like the Millennium Falcon is $11.
Yeah, I'm looking at that. That's really cute.
I'm
That
kind of
looks really.
disappointed actually about the TIE Interceptor though. That's kind
Uh,
of not my impression of what they could have done with that. But you know,
oh wow, that looks kind of strange.
yeah, it does. It looks there. It actually, you know what it looks like? It looks like one of the fighters from Orb. Like seriously,
Kind of does.
yeah,
Kind of does a little bit. But
kind of a lot. So
yeah,
yeah,
it's cute though. But they have a game of it.
yeah, they made a game. Like everything can have a phone game now, right? Because you know they
Really?
got a lot of these things. Dang. Yeah.
Do they? I only
Yes,
saw.
sir.
Oh my God, they do. They have a bunch of. They haven't. Oh, the little stubby X-wing is adorable.
Yes. Yes, it is. Well, that was the first
Oh,
one that I saw, and it was like,
oh
yeah, that's
God.
really cute.
Did you see the Star Destroyer one?
Yes.
Oh my God, these are so goddamn cute. Oh my God, they're
Yeah, here, I gotta
freaking
throw this
fresh.
up in the stream, because that's
These are
ridiculous.
these are so precious. I mean, the Star Destroyer and the X-wing are probably my two favorite because they're just so cute. Oh my God, that's cute. Oh my God. Yeah, they really are laughable, Knack.
I wish I had a Star Destroyer like that. I would take
They're
it to work every
precious.
day.
Little one-seater Star Destroyer. Commute to work. Yeah, I'd commute to work in that.
So this,
Absolutely.
ooh, this X-Wing model actually looks like kind of cool.
What, this
Hmm.
little stubby X-wing?
No, no, not
Yeah,
the
that.
stubby. They're full on that is stand mounted, and the wings actually can move and stuff. Oh, it's got a targeting computer in it. Yeah.
What?
Wow, the
Where?
engines. Oh, that's kind of cool.
I don't know where you are.
It's on the Star Wars product page.
Uh,
It's just a Lego